Understanding enemies to lovers, a fascinating English phrase. Hello everyone, in today's video, we're going to explore a really interesting and popular phrase in the English language, enemies to lovers. This phrase captures a unique storyline you often see in movies, books, and even in real life. It's a great example of how English can paint vivid stories in just a few words. So, let's dive in and understand what enemies to lovers really means. Enemies to lovers is a compound phrase consisting of two key words, enemies and lovers. Enemies refers to individuals who are opposed to each other, often in conflict or rivalry. On the other hand, lovers are people who have deep affection or love for each other. The transition from enemies to lovers suggests a dramatic change in the relationship between two characters. This phrase often describes a narrative arc in storytelling. It starts with two characters who initially dislike each other, often with opposing goals or values. However, as the story progresses, they begin to understand and appreciate each other, leading to a romantic relationship. This transformation is key to the enemies to lovers trope. Enemies to lovers is a common theme in many forms of entertainment. For example, in movies like Pride and Prejudice, we see Elizabeth Bennet and Mr. Darcy start off with misunderstandings and prejudices, only to fall in love later. Similarly, in Shakespeare's Much Ado About Nothing, Beatrice and Benedick are classic examples of this trope. These stories show the power and complexity of human relationships. The appeal of the enemies to lovers trope lies in its dramatic transformation. It speaks to the idea that understanding, empathy, and love can overcome initial animosity. This trope also adds depth to characters and makes for a compelling narrative, as it involves conflict, growth, and resolution. For English language learners, exploring phrases like enemies to lovers is a great way to learn about culture, emotion, and storytelling in English. It helps in understanding not just the language, but the nuances and contexts in which words and phrases are used. Thank you for joining me in this exploration of the enemies to lovers trope. It's a fascinating example of how language can capture complex stories and emotions. I hope this video has been enlightening and enjoyable. Keep exploring English, and see how it opens up a world of stories and expressions.